D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my week in review, where I come to you once a week with 3 entertainment stories that I personally find interesting, and then we discuss them down below. Also in the description, you can find the 3 articles that I read to bring you this video, and you can read them and come up with your own opinion, although you should just listen to me, because, you know, I'm right on everything. Anyways, but before I get started, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is going to do their annual bot purge and old account cleanse, and there usually is a little bit of collateral damage. So I please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. Sorry about that little mess in the background. I'm working on something. Anyways, so for my first story, it looks like Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures have locked another big grab for its next Spider-Man movie. After set rumors went live, The Hollywood Reporter has confirmed another star from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man films is hopping to the MCU. Now, Alfred Molina is returning as Doctor Octopus in Spider-Man 3 after wowing fans with his portrayal back in Spider-Man 2. That's one of my favorite Spider-Man movies, like no joke. This new report confirms rumors which popped up earlier this fall. It was initially reported that Maloney was spotted on the set of Spider-Man 3, but no official casting news was given from either the studio or from the actor. Now, the Hollywood Trade has confirmed the sequel Otto Octavius is back, and his return is prompting more clamor about the Spider-Verse storyline joining the MCU. Now, at the time of this recording, Marvel and Sony had no comment about the casting. However, this comeback is just the latest that ties together generations of Spider-Man films. Spider-Man 3 has already confirmed the return of Jamie Foxx as Electro following his debut in Andrew Garfield's second outing as the Web-Slinger. The actor even teased this MCU sequel will include multiple versions of Spider-Man in a now-deleted post on Instagram. It was a good post, too. And this evidence has led fans to speculate a Spider-Verse scenario is being cooked up by studio heads, and as expected, this new announcement about Maloney has fans convinced former Spider-Man stars Tobey Maguire and Garfield will also star in the movie somehow. Now, currently, Spider-Man 3 is slated to debut on December 17th, 2021, and the film will welcome back Tom Holland as Peter Parker, with director John Watts overseeing the sequel as director. It was announced that Doctor Strange will appear in Spider-Man 3, courtesy of Benedict Cumberbatch, but his role in the film has been kept quiet, and other stars like Zendaya, Jacob Batalon, and Marissa Tomei will also star in this much-anticipated sequel. And I have to tell you right now, I'm excited about it. I love both Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland in it. The other one's not so much. I mean, I like the first Spider-Man and the second Spider-Man from Tobey Maguire, but that third one's crap. And then I'm not a fan of the Andrew Garfield Spider-Mans. If you are, great. I'm not trying to take away your love of them. I'm just saying I really don't care for them. And yeah, that's pretty much it on that. So that's my first story of the day. So for my second story, according to a new expert from a New York Times, Warner Brothers decided to pay Wonder Woman 1984 director Patty Jenkins and leading actress Gal Gadot a sum of over $10 million each due to the film not receiving the typical exclusive theatrical run as a result of worldwide pandemic. Now, instead of being released on HBO Max and in theaters concurrently. Now, this move reportedly left representatives for many of Warner Brothers' most notable stars, including DCEU's star Margot Robbie, as well as Angelina Jolie, Keanu Reeves, and Will Smith, confused and upset at the supposed preferential treatment for Gadot. Now, this news has led to rumors of a complete boycott against Warner Brothers from these agents and representatives. Now, what this means is that even though the state of the world affairs forced Warner Brothers into a difficult situation, this news has revealed a lot of the behind-the-scenes dealing that the movie fans don't usually hear about. Considering Wonder Woman 1984 is one of Warner Brothers' highest profile releases, it would make some sense that both Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot are taken care of for their work, especially since the film had faced delays long before the worldwide worldwide shutdown. However, if these two stars were the only ones compensated in this manner, it could certainly cause tensions to boil over among the rest of the company's prominent personalities. Now that Warner Brothers' entire 2021 slate of movies has been moved to the streaming release alongside theatrical premieres, it will be quite the mystery as to whether the company has plans to compensate other big names the same way going forward. The entertainment giant has The Suicide Squad with Margot Robbie set to release in August, along with other highly anticipated movies such as Dune, Space Jam: A New Legacy, and Matrix 4 as well. And fans will be keeping a close eye on how the craziness revolves itself over the coming months. And I have to say right now, I'm like, boo-hoo, okay? Go whine to somebody that cares. I get it that when these people sign on to movies like this, that they sign a contract that they get bonuses. Like if it says, you know, you reach $100 million in your first weekend, bonus. If you reach $1 billion, bonus. These are just examples. I don't know how it runs 100%. I'm just saying, like, you know, they get bonuses for certain things, and I understand if they're upset about that. This is their agents upset about it. But I just have to say, like, you know, boo-hoo. You sign on the dotted line. They have the right to release this stuff through streaming service, and if you don't like that, you should have put that in your contract, okay? Yeah, because, I mean, like, they didn't know they were going to have to do this. They didn't know, and now that they do, you're mad about it. So it's like, whatever. So that is my second story of the day. So for my third and final story of the day, House of the Dragon, HBO's up-and-coming Game of Thrones prequel, has officially cast Matt Smith, Olivia Cooke, and Emma D'Arcy. I hope I'm saying her name right. The prequel was announced in October 2019, several months after Thrones aired its controversial series finale. Now, the series will take place roughly 300 years before the start of Game of Thrones and will revolve around House of Targaryen in the days before their downfall. Now, Miguel Sapochnik, I'm just going to say that because I don't know if I'm saying his name right, who directed beloved Thrones episodes like Hard Home and Battle of the Bastards, will serve as showrunner along with Ryan Condal. Now, while there had been some hints about casting earlier in the year, the first official cast announcements came in October 2020, when it was revealed that Patty Cassidy, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Well, anyways, will be portraying King Viserys Targaryen. Viserys is set to be one of the leads of House Targaryen and is said to be generally kind-hearted and good-natured. It was also announced that show was actively casting for Daemon Targaryen, younger brother to King Viserys, and the subject of novella, The Rogue Prince. Which is all right. It's all right. That's the thing about Game of Thrones, those books. Like, some of the novellas and, like, the other books, like, some of them are really good, and then some of them are just, they're like history books. And if you're not, like, a huge history fan, you're going to get bored real quick. So, now via the official Game of Thrones Twitter account, House of the Dragon has officially cast Matt Smith from Doctor Who and The Crown, Olivia Cooke from Ready Player One, and Emma D'Arcy from Truth Seekers. Now, I don't know who Emma D'Arcy is, not because I've never seen Truth Seekers, but, you know. Anyways, so Smith will play Prince Daemon Targaryen, Cooke will play Alicent Hightower, and the daughter of Otto Hightower, who is current hand of the king, and D'Arcy will play Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen, King Viserys' firstborn daughter. Now, they did release the full description of the characters, and I am pulling those up right now. So for Olivia Cooke's Alicent Hightower, she's the daughter of Otto Hightower, the Hand of the King, and the most commonly woman in the Seven Kingdoms. She was raised in the Red Keep, close to the king and his innermost circle. She possesses both courtly grace and keen political acumen. Then we have Emma D'Arcy as Princess Rhaenyra. I don't know if I'm saying this right. Anyways, Targaryen, the king's firstborn child. She is of pure Valyrian blood, and she is a dragon rider. Many would say that Rhaenyra was born with everything, but she was not born a man. Ooh. And everything. So then we have Matt Smith's Prince Daemon Targaryen, the younger brother of King Viserys and heir to the throne. Daemon is a peerless warrior and a dragon rider who possesses the true blood of the dragon. It is said that whenever the Targaryen is born, the gods toss a coin in the air. So that should be fun. I mean, I'm definitely going to be checking out this show. But yeah, so anyway, so given the details of the casting and the specific characters that will play key roles in the series, the overall trajectory of the series becomes a little clearer. We know that the core of the story will revolve around Viserys and his attempt to rule Westeros after the death of King Jaehaerys Targaryen. Even though Viserys is a good man, as Game of Thrones has proven time and time again, being good is not always enough to be a successful leader. And that's so true. Look at the Starks. I mean, I never liked the Starks. Oh, we'll get into that in a minute. Anyways, House of the Dragon is set to be released in 2022. Woo! And despite the fact that few concrete details are known about its story, there is enough ancillary, A Song of Ice and Fire material to get a pretty good idea of where the show is headed. Based on George R.R. Martin's novella, The Prince and the Queen, we know that Viserys' rule sows the seeds for a Targaryen civil war, and presumably the show will actually explore what happened during this time. That led to the destructive conflict, the casting of Smith, Cooke, and D'Arcy as those specific characters, who all play key roles in The Prince and the Queen. Now, hints at House of the Dragon exploring the beginnings of the conflict within the Targaryen family. Now, I think this all sounds exciting, and it's being, also helmed by George R.R. Martin is playing a huge role in this, which I'm happy about, because I think that was the problem with the Game of Thrones after season 5. And back to, I never liked the Starks. I don't like people that, in Game of Thrones, they say it. In the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. And the Starks did a lot of dying, in my opinion. And that last season was just... I did reviews. You can go check them all out up here, or up here. I did reviews for that last season. It was just a big mess. I'll tell you that. It was just a big mess. It's very clear that Dan and Dave didn't know what they were doing. Anyways... But this show sounds pretty good. I mean, everybody loves those dragons, and the Targaryens, they're my favorite house. So I can't wait to see this show, and I like Matt Smith, and I like, Olivia Cooke. She did all right in Ready Player One. I don't know the D'Arcy girl, but hopefully she does well. So those are my 3 stories for this week. Tell me, what do you guys think about this? How do you guys feel about Alfred Molina joining Spider-Man 3 as Doctor Octopus? I'm so excited. I love Doctor Octopus. Spider-Man 2 was such a good movie. It's ridiculous. But I really am happy about this casting choice, and it goes to show that they're working towards Sinister Six, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. Also, tell me, how do you feel about agents among other stars like Margot Robbie being upset that Gal Gadot and Patty Jenkins got paid out for Wonder Woman 1984, and their stars might possibly not be paid out for their movies that they're in. And then also, tell me, how do you feel about this casting, these 3 casting choices in Game of Thrones Prequel, House of the Dragon on HBO? I mean, are you happy for this? Are you happy with the choices that they picked? Like I said, do you know who all these are? Like Emma D'Arcy, I don't know who she is, and I don't think I've seen her in anything. But are you happy with her being cast in the role that she was cast in? Same thing with Matt Smith. Are you happy he was cast? I like Matt Smith so far. He's done pretty good work. Yeah, you can go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. You know I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week with my week in review. You guys have a good week. Bye.
Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that Geek What icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and join me every Sunday with my week in review.